So the big question is this: how do small businesses like yours, who feel like you're doing all the right things and going to all the right events, reach the federal buyer in a way that helps you win more contracts? That is the question, and this is the place to get your answers. My name is Neil McDonnell. Welcome to the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. Okay, let's get started with another quick task for you to improve your small business. It'll only take 15 minutes and will strengthen the foundation of your company. My name is Neil McDonnell, and I've been where you are now. I've been a small business owner for 20 years, building 2 successful firms selling to the federal government. I've done things right and I've gotten things wrong. These tips are designed to help you do more of the right things and less of the wrong things. By taking actions I'm suggesting, you'll accept responsibility, which in turn will give you control of your future success. This content's brought to you by the GovCon Chamber of Commerce, the only organization dedicated to the success of all small businesses in the federal space. Each year, roughly $125 billion is awarded to small businesses as prime contractors. Our vision is to double that number by helping small businesses truly understand the process for success. Taking action on the tips you hear today is part of the process. Let me go ahead and switch tabs over to today's tip on DSBS. Today's action item for you is to make sure your website is correct in SAM and DSBS. More than 70% of you, 7 out of 10 businesses, have a broken or missing website in your small business profile. That means inside of SAM and or DSBS, your website is just missing or incorrect. And so when they click on it, it errors out. I'll show you that. This is the #1 place the federal buyer and the federal government uses to find small businesses like yours. If your website is missing or incomplete, buyers will skip looking at your profile and visit your competitors instead. Do you want federal buyers to skip over you because of an error in your profile that would take 15 minutes or less to fix? No, of course not. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. When you do a search in DSBS, you pull up a lot of different data. And so I filtered it. So it's just showing me the name of the company and the website URL. And out of these 1,000 firms, and just to let you know what those are firms that are both 8A and HubZone certified. It was just an easy way for me to pull it down. So if you're an 8A or HubZone company, you'll see your name in here. Anyways, out of this 1,000, 70% of them have a missing website. Right here, you can see that one's missing, or what I call an incomplete website. This one here, www, when it says www, it's missing the HTTPS or HTTP that comes before it. And because of a limitation on SAM and DSBS here in this tool, when somebody tries to click on it, it errors out. It comes up and all it does is this blank screen. It should come up with a website. Let me pick somebody who's got one like this one, the top of the line services. When I click on that, their website comes up. And so you can see it. Now, a market researcher, a federal buyer, can actually go forward. This is what I call a subliminal check mark, or let me go back here for a second. A subliminal way that they just decide, do I keep looking at your business or do I move on? And I just said, if you're invisible, the federal buyer is going to skip you and pass on by. What you want to do is to make sure that they see your site. So when they see HTTP, they know they can click on it and probably get to your site. Here's my task for you today. Go find your company name within DSBS. Just go to dsbs.sba.gov, type in your company's URL, or you can go into DSBS and type in your company name. Let me just back up here. Down here inside of this form, it says searching for a specific profile. You can type in your cage code, your DUNS number, or if you don't have those, you can type in your company name, the beginning of your company name, and you'll get the results back. Take 1 minute and do that to see if your website is good. Go ahead and click on the link. And if it's good, then you'll be able to move forward on that. So let me come back. I want to go back to my search really quick. Anyways, it'll take you 1 minute. Let me back up to there. Okay. It'll take you 1 minute to get the results to be able to see if your website's good. And when you click on it, you'll know if it's good. If it's not good, the way you fix it is you go to sam.gov, log in, edit your entity. And if you don't know what that is because you're part of the team and maybe not part of the people who manage your DSBS profile, just check on it. If it's no good, go tell the owner of your company, hey, you guys need to change this because we're invisible to the buyer. And all they have to do is go into sam.gov, edit the entity, and there's 2 places to update your website. And I'm going to show it to you right here. Here's a company I want to talk about because I love these guys. Larry is the owner, and the building company is awesome. And this is a different type of error I want to show you. So if you look at this, first off, right here, it says web page. That's in SAM. So if you go into SAM and edit your entity, you'll see an entry for the URL, your company's URL. That's one place you want to put it. And then when you go to DSBS, it's got this field called e-commerce website, which is a legacy website, but it doesn't matter. Put in that place, put in your website and make sure you use it correctly. So Larry, when you look at his, and I'm just pulling them out, but these guys are fantastic in the facilities support side at the $50, $100 million level. So these guys are a very experienced company, and I'm pulling them up because they just happened to come up when I was doing this search. But my company and Larry's company, my previous company and Larry's company now, it's the same. It's being run by experienced people, but we don't know these little things. And that's what these tips are about, is these little things. So you can see from the www page, he's missing http.www, et cetera. So he needs to go in there and fix that. But here's the other error. And if you're checking your own profile, make sure you check this. Don't just look at it and say it's got HTTP. When I click on Larry's, the building people there, it comes up and says it's not found. When I click on HTTP, it comes up and says it's not found, or in a second, it'll do this kind of error. And the reason it's doing this is because his website, and I got it open here already, is actually HTTPS. And so what he needs in his profile is HTTPS, not just HTTP. In the internet, just to give you a little technical background, most of these websites are intelligent enough that if I just typed in the building people, it would resolve to his correct address. But something they did in this tool is faulty, and it does not display correctly. So we could spend forever blaming the federal government for the things that limit our success, or we can take control. So, Larry, I'm going to actually just email him really quick and say, hey, Larry, I did a video, you're in it, and have him go fix it. But you do the same for yours and just update that. And when you do, you're one step closer to being visible out there. And by the way, let me just leave this website on for a second as I'm talking about Larry. So all those contracting officers, small business specialists, and others who watch this, reach out to Larry when you guys need their services. They solve complex challenges facing building owners. So they're perfect. And they were 2020 government contractor award. So there are all sorts of stuff. That's why I'm okay using them in the video. It's public information, so I'm okay that way. But Larry's company is an awesome company. And this is what I'm saying. How can somebody who's got this much success have a little challenge like that on their profile? Well, I had the exact same thing for 20 years. And between the two of us, I'm hoping we teach you to go out and fix yours so you don't have that challenge. This was probably a longer time to talk about this tip than it will take you to fix it. So I encourage you to get out there and go fix your website URL and your small business profile, and make sure you're not keeping it a secret. If you found the content valuable, this tip valuable, others will too. Please give it a thumbs up so they can find it. If you'd like to connect with me personally, do so on LinkedIn. We often do free training webinars and interview federal buyers. Sign up for the GovCon Chamber's email list to be notified about these opportunities at www.govconchamber.com, like you can see here. And then finally, please consider becoming a sustaining member of the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. Help us keep bringing you great content like this for $1 a day. I'm Neil McDonnell, wishing you great success.